Well, Nintendo Pennant Baseball for the Nintendo GameCube is a simulation-based baseball game that has a lot of hallmarks and elements that people expect from classic Nintendo games. We've integrated a lot of the simulation things that you'd expect from Major League Baseball games, like the Major League Baseball license, the MLBPA license, the Stats Inc. license, the Cooperstown license, and some retro stadiums and things like that, into a really fun Nintendo game that I think a lot of Nintendo fans and baseball fans will both be able to enjoy. Well, what's pretty unique about Nintendo Pennant Baseball's batting system is that our cursor is actually shaped like a baseball bat. So one of the big benefits we feel about the bat-shaped cursor is that it really focuses on the up and down movement as opposed to the left and right movement of the cursor, because that's a lot more natural to just line up the sweet spot. The up and down is really where people will focus on hitting the ball, and we also feel it allows players to really focus on watching the ball come out of the pitcher's hands instead of some fancy, elaborate cursor-based system. You really do focus on the pitch and reacting to it. The C-stick is basically what we're calling veteran C-stick control, and that affects all different types of gameplay without the game: fielding, base running, batting, and pitching. When you're batting, the C-stick will allow you to aim what direction of the field you want to hit the ball in. So if you're going for a sacrifice fly, you might double tap up and right on the C-stick, and you'll be able to kind of edge the batter to hit it over to the right field. If you're pitching, you can push down on the C-stick to put more break on the pitch, and you can do that either once or twice. Twice will get you the maximum break, but that does come at a risk. Nintendo Pennant Baseball features a release pitch meter where you have to time your meter and release the ball in the proper zone. As you add extra break to the pitch and you risk that veteran C-stick control, you will also shrink that optimal release zone, giving you a little bit of a risk for your reward of adding more break to the pitch and potentially having a better chance of fooling the batter. Yes, actually what you can do to mask your pitches in Nintendo Pennant Baseball is you can hold down the button instead of your normal button press to start the meter, and then you have a couple of seconds where you can still move the cursor around. It's definitely not in the position where the player last saw the icon, so you can hide it and play around with it. The controller will rumble if you go out of the strike zone, and then the meter will start up on its own, and instead of pressing it again, you can just simply release. While the batter really has a lot of control of where their hits go, a lot of it, of course, is timing based, and some of it's pitch dependent and player rating dependent, but Nintendo Pennant Baseball uses real physics to determine the outcome of where the ball hit the bat. So using precise accuracy in your aiming of the pitch and your batting cursor, you can actually put the ball in the sweet spot and get a really hard hit off the bat, or you can just barely nip the bat and get kind of a dribbler or a weak hit. It really is kind of up to you to wait on your pitches as well, because the bat will give you a little bit of freedom in play and you can reach a little bit outside the strike zone, but you're not going to be able to get the best amount of bat on the ball. So you want to wait for your pitch, try and focus that cursor in on the sweet spot and really nail it. Well, I think one of the ways Nintendo Pennant Baseball really differentiates itself and holds itself up very strongly against competition is that it not only delivers everything you expect from a simulation baseball game, but all of the other modes that are there are not just adding on the cake. They really are strong additional gameplay elements that really build off of the strong foundation of the game. The playoff hunt mode puts you at the end of a season a couple games behind, and you really have to kind of work it to make it into the playoffs. The speed play mode that can be toggled and switched to at any time really gives players a lot of flexibility. They don't have to simulate games if they want to play a faster game. They really can do kind of a hybrid between a normal speed game and a simulated speed game and still determine all the outcome. We have the things people expect: the strong franchise mode, the strong season mode, and one of the things we're most excited about is the Rookie of the Year mode. In that mode, you create a rookie from scratch from the beginning, and you can actually power them up like an RPG. You've got these slider bars that you can grow and determine where you want to put your points. So if you want to increase your left-handed batting power, you can do that. If you want to power up your team and your teammates, you can do that. You can actually get special training sessions with some of baseball's legends and get kind of global power-ups as well. And I think that those type of modes really not only add depth to the game, not only deliver what you expect from a baseball game, but allow you to play a baseball game really the way you want to, and with a lot of flexibility and what you expect from Nintendo. In Speed Play Nintendo Pennant Baseball, you will play full pitching and batting gameplay, and on the other side of the screen it'll be split. You have a 2D field that represents the outcome of what happens in your pitcher-batter confrontation. So you have full control of pitching just like normal, full control of batting. The ball's pitched, the ball's hit, the ball goes out in the field. If it goes down the line to left, you'll see it's a double instantly on the right side of the screen that shows you the outcome. If the ball's a little pop to the shortstop, it'll instantly show you that. So it gives you a lot of control. You're still completely playing the game, but it's very fast-paced, very action-packed, and it's very quick. Playoff Hunt mode allows you to kind of replicate realistic scenarios that have happened in the past. So you might have a previous season with your favorite team where you know, in the middle of September, they were a couple games out and they just missed making the playoffs by a few games. You actually get to relive that scenario, rewrite history with the current rosters and teams, and see if you can turn them around and actually make the playoffs with them. The really cool part about it is we have scenarios for each team, so you can play your favorites or you can play them all, and you're actually rewarded with some unlockables when you beat each team's playoff hunt mode. Well, I think Nintendo Pennant Chase Baseball maintains a very steady, constant frame rate. It's really smooth. The animations are also very slick. You'll see one of the things that's really nice is the batting and the swing speed. It's very quick, but it still looks very fluid. It's really responsive. You can really watch the pitch, wait until the last minute, get a good read on it, and react off of that. And I think that that's something that is it's really important from a technical standpoint, but it's really, really important from a gameplay standpoint. It's something you feel right away. The stadiums are beautiful. They're rendered in really high geometry counts. You can see tons and tons of detail. It looks beautiful. If you're a fan of a certain team, I don't think you're going to be disappointed by that team's stadium. You'll really see a lot of the nuances and a lot of the accuracy captured in each stadium. I think when Nintendo Pennant Chase Baseball steps onto the field, players will be really excited and have a lot of different modes. They'll be able to play the game really the way they want to and get a great Nintendo experience out of it.